Ambush! From the foul depths of the earth, the skittering Skaven emerge to gnaw the mortal realms to ruin. Standing in their path are the Stormcast Eternals, empowered by celestial energy and relentless in their pursuit of the loathsome rat men. As the hour of ruin dawns, each side sends out spearhead forces to seize mythical points of power in the realms of Aqshy and Ghyran. Should the Skaven succeed, they will at long last gain a foothold in the mortal realms. Will they live to enact their vile plans, or will they feel the wrath of Sigmar's Chosen? Find out on Battle Report.
So here we are, Josh. We are playing a game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Spearhead, and it's a classic matchup, isn't it? Stormcast Eternals versus Skaven.
Absolutely. My Stormcast Eternals, warriors of the God King, are here to defend the realms from the perfidious rat threat.
Well, I'm going to swarm forward and stab your mighty warriors to death with my rusty little knives. I have won the attacker and defender roll-off, and I've chosen to attack because such is the way of Skaven.
Which means I'm the defender, and I've chosen to defend Aqshy with a diagonal deployment. Here, there are objectives we can secure. Holding them at the end of each of our turns will generate victory points.
Nice, and of course we have up to 3 battle tactics cards that we can generate every turn, and we can potentially score additional victory points by achieving whatever is on the battle tactic.
Or we can forego them and use powerful commands to get an edge in the battlefield. There are also powerful twists which come into effect each battle round and provide us additional options to score victory points.
Or thwart our carefully laid plans, of course. Now let's take a look at the spearheads we're taking to battle and the enhancements we've chosen to give us the edge.
At the hour of ruin, the incorruptible Stormcast Eternals are called upon to face the foul Skaven. They march upon the plains of Aqshy to drive back the foe into the depths from whence they came. A commander of the Ruination Chambers, the Lord Vigilant leads lost souls into battle. Riding atop his trusty Gryffstalker, no villain will outpace the God King's judgment. Hunting the heathen forces of chaos, the Lord Veritant wields both blade and flame against the enemy. She is unrelenting in her search for the foulest corruption and merciless in the face of the damned. Agile annihilation from above, the prosecutors find their mark. Commanding the skies upon wings of vengeance, they will not stop until the lands below have been purged of chaos. The implacable guard of the God King's battle lines, the Liberators bring both hammer and shield to the fight. Masters in both offense and defense, they capture vital points of power in the name of order. Bearing an aura of divine protection, my Stormcast Eternals are blessed by the Shield of Azir, warding them against all things foul. As I'm facing an overwhelming horde for my regiment ability, I've decided it's essential to strike where needed, giving the enemy nowhere to hide and seizing key points on the battlefield. For my enhancement, my Lord Vigilant comes prepared against the corruption of the Skaven, bearing the hallowed scrolls adorned with Sigmarite blessings of protection.
The time of the Vermin Doom is nigh. This battle will be but one of many victories that will ensure the dominion of the Skaven for an age to come. It takes both cunning and viciousness to hold the lofty position of Claw Lord, and they must be willing to stoop to any foul end and fight like cornered animals in order to keep their star in the ascendant. Grey Seers are marked out from their minions not only by their pale fur and curling horns, but also by their ability to wield the withering magics of the Great Horned Rat. Skilled in the creation of ingenious and insane weapons, Warlock engineers take every opportunity to put their latest inventions to the test, even if it means overcharging them to the point of dangerous volatility. Clan rats form the verminous masses of Skavendom, warriors who compensate for their natural cowardice with a vicious spite and overwhelming numbers. Perhaps the most infamous creations of the clan's moulder, rat ogres are flesh-grafted shock troops that fly into a terrifying frenzy when the stench of death fills the air. Just when it seems the Skaven are fully committed to battle, more of their verminous kin will surge forth from the green rifts in reality known as Gnaw-holes to ambush their prey. Cowardice is far from a shameful act in Skaven society, and those who excel in it are elusive creatures that can escape from even the thickest combat without harm. Like any self-respecting Skaven commander, my Clawlord expects treachery at every turn, so has sensibly shielded himself against it with the Cloak of Stitched Victories.
So I'm the defender, so I set up my terrain features first. I'm going to set up this large terrain feature here in my territory, and my smaller terrain feature just over here to cover some ground.
Nice. Well, I will block off this objective here with my large terrain piece here, and I'll put that there for reasons of Skaven sneakiness. As the attacker, it was up to me to deploy my army first, which I did. Now, I placed one unit of Skaven clan rats in the tunnels below as part of their lurking Vermintide ability. Now, with me done, it was over to Josh to deploy his forces. Now, we hadn't yet worked out who was going first or second yet in the first battle round, so he deployed quite defensively. So for priority in the first battle round, as the attacker, I get to choose who takes the first turn. Now, I'm going to be sneaky like a Skaven and skulk in my territory a little bit longer, so I'm going to let you take the first turn.
Well, the sons and daughters of Sigmar will take any opportunity to strike at the foes of the God King. We'll happily take first turn.
Good luck, man.
Let's do this. Simon gave me the first turn, and while this could have been a Skaven trick, my Stormcast decided to take the initiative and move up the board. Because both me and Simon were on 0 victory points, there was no underdog this round, so it was time to draw the twist.
So we've got blood marked.
Ooh.
So the underdog picks one unit in each player's army that is on the battlefield to be blood marked. Now, obviously in the first battle round, there is no underdog because we're both on the same victory points. So each player picks one enemy unit on the battlefield to be blood marked, starting with the active player, which is yourself.
I think I don't like the look of those clan rats over there, so I'm going to blood mark them.
Okay, I don't like your prosecutors one bit, so I'm going to blood mark them.
We drew our tactics cards and then we placed markers down on the objectives that we would control from the start of the game. Then it was time to enter the hero phase, where my Lord Vigilant used Plan the Attack on the central objective, anticipating any Skaven trickery. Now it was over to Simon to respond with any hero phase abilities of his own. He chose not to this time, so it was over to the movement phase. It was time for me to run my Stormcast up the board, claiming as many of the neutral objectives as possible. Si would have to send a lot of force to try and take these off of me, and I was ready for him. So Si, you gave me the first turn, and the God King will give no quarter to the foul Skaven. My prosecutors have moved up to the Behemoth dais, and they're going to throw their 3 Stormcall javelins at those foul rat ogres.
If they were clever enough, I'm sure they'd think about ducking, but they're not.
Let's see how well they do. 3 dice hitting on 3s. Right, and 2 of their javelins find their mark. So it's 3s to wound.
Ooh,
It's only 1 wound. The rend will be 1, so it'll be reducing your rat ogre's save.
Yeah, so I got a save of 5+ normally, so I'm down to a 6 needed here.
See what you got.
Oh, no.
Okay, it's going to be D3 damage from a Stormcall Javelin, so let's see
damage.
if we can injure one of the brutes. It's going to be 3 damage!
3 damage. Well, mercifully, my rat ogres have 4 health, so they're down to just 1 point of health remaining. Wow.
It was on to the charge phase, but I'm not going to do any charging this turn. I'm happy with the board control I've got, so I'm happy to let the Skaven come to me. Simon did have a counter charge, but he failed it, meaning my prosecutors are totally safe. So there were no fight abilities to resolve in combat, so it was straight over to the end of the turn. So this first turn, I score the full 3 victory points for controlling at least 2 objectives and more than my opponent. I also score my battle tactic, Take the Flanks.
So neither of us have any starter turn abilities right now, so on to my hero phase. I'm going to kick things off with the Grey Seer, who's going to command the Rat Ogres with the will of the Horned Rat to give them some additional control score. No, he's failed. However, he will try and cast Wither on your Liberators. I need a 6+ on 2d6 to cast that. And he has done so, so they take D3 mortal damage.
Oh dear.
Eat this, good guys.
Oh, it's the full 3!
3 damage.
So with 3 mortal damage suffered, that's going to kill 1 Liberator outright, and we're going to put 1 mortal damage on the unit.
With the blood-marked prosecutors nearby on my left flank, I sent forth my Rat Ogres and Claw Lord to try and kill them and earn me a bonus victory point. My clan rats in the middle moved towards the central objective, ready to pounce on those Liberators and hopefully steal that objective from them. Meanwhile, my Warlock Engineer moved a little bit towards my large terrain feature, hoping to steal that as part of my battle tactic. It was time to enact my fiendish plan, so finally in the movement phase, my second unit of clan rats arrived via Norhole ambush and they stole Josh's home objective. So onto my shooting phase, I'm going to kick things off with my Warlock Engineer, who's going to blow away a couple of prosecutors with his Warlock Musket.
You're not the only one with tricks, Si. We've got orders from the God King on high, and I'm ordering these prosecutors to fight to the last. They're going to get a 5-up ward this phase, which will help them survive some Skaven shooting.
Very sneaky. Okay. On to said Skaven shooting. Here we go. 2 shots hitting on a 3+. Ooh,
that's
accurate.
2 hits.
Lovely. Wounding on a 3+ as well. Dropped 1, so just 1 wound. However, it is rend 2, so it's going to hurt.
That's going to put me onto a 5+ save. So let's see what we get.
Oh,
it's a fail.
So it's damage D3. Oh, just the 1
Just the
damage.
1,
Just
okay.
clipped one of your wings.
Well, let's see if that 5-up ward can help us. Oh, and it's a fail! So, like the Rat Ogre, we have 1 point of health remaining.
My Clawlord's Rattling Pistol failed to find its mark on the prosecutors, although my Rat Ogres had a warp fire gun and they managed to inflict 3 wounds hosing down the prosecutors. Let's see if their armour could hold up.
All right, let's see what we got. Oh, so there's not a single one passed. That's going to put us onto our ward save.
Yeah, at least you got 5 up wards. That's good.
Okay, we passed 2 of them.
2 wards passed. Nice
Not too
work.
bad. Okay, so that does mean we're going to lose 1 prosecutor,
Yeah.
but that could have been a lot worse.
It really could. In my charge phase, my Rat Ogres crashed home into the prosecutors, as did my Clan Rats into the Liberators in the centre of the battlefield, although sadly for me, my Clawlord failed his charge to join the Rat Ogres and slaughter the prosecutors. So onto my fight phase then, Josh. I'm going to go first with my Rat Ogres over here. They've got 5 attacks apiece.
Oh dear.
Quite nasty. So hitting on a 4+ though, so it's not great, although that is a pretty great roll, I'm not going to lie. Now the strong, so they only need a 3+ to wound you.
That's looking like a good roll.
Limbs and wings flying everywhere, so it's going to be great. That's 5 wounds, and it's rend 1, so you're down to 4 pluses.
Oh, so we failed 2 of them. That's going to take out another prosecutor.
2 damage apiece, these ones.
Oh, it's going to take out 2 prosecutors. Oh no.
Next up in the combat phase is Josh's Liberators to try and mash up some Clan Rats with their hammers. Let's see how they get on.
Oh, it's not a good roll. I've missed 4 times.
You have crushed 1 skull, good and proper though.
I have, yes.
Mortal,
The 6s are crit mortals.
brained.
That's only 1 extra hit there. Does this wound on a 3+?
Oh, it does indeed.
All right, that's 1 save for you to make. Rend 1.
Oh, so I'm down to a 6. Yep, shield splintered, followed by his head.
2 attacks with the Grand Hammer. Let's hope we can make up for some of that abysmal attacking. Okay, we get 2 hits. It's still going to be 3s to wound, but these ones are going to be 2 damage. Let's hope they go through. Oh, only one of them goes through.
Can I get a cheeky save on a 6? Here we go. No, it would have been too cheeky. So
that's going to be 2 dead rats.
2 smashed to pieces in 1 blow. Against the odds, my surviving Clan Rats managed to inflict 2 wounds on the Liberators. Could I bring down the wounded one?
Oh, so you've actually got a chance of killing a Liberator here. You've rend 0, so it's our traditional 3+ save.
Let's try and shiv you in a joint in the armour. He's done it.
Oh, he's killed one.
At the end of the turn, 3 Clan Rats came back as a result of the Seething Swarm ability. Now that's a great result. That means I essentially only lost 1 Clan Rat for the loss of a Liberator. So at the end of my turn, I've managed to grab a bunch of objectives, so that's going to score me the full total of 3 victory points there for having at least 2 and more than you. And I've also scored both of my remaining battle tactics, raid and hold ground, because I've got the terrain feature in my territory, and I have a unit in your territory that's not in combat, and of course I killed my blood-marked unit. So basic maths tells me that's 6 victory points. Huzzah!
What?
Glory to the Horned Rat. At the end of Battle Round 1, the scores are 6 victory points to the Skaven and 4 to the Stormcast Eternals, meaning in Battle Round 2, Josh, having a lower score than me, will be the underdog. Josh started well in his turn with great board control. I've managed to counter that quite nicely, flipping a bunch of those objectives back to my control. Of course, I've killed a unit of prosecutors. They are about to return, no doubt, from call for reinforcements, so still very much all to play for going into Battle Round 2.
So it's the start of Battle Round 2, and we're a little bit behind, so this priority roll is going to really matter, I reckon.
I was going to say,
Let's
you
see
don't want
what
me
we
going
got.
first, do you?
Okay,
Oh!
and we got it. So do you know what? We're going to take it. We're going to take priority in this battle round.
Yeah, I suspected as much. Drat, or should I say, Drat. Josh has got priority for Battle Round 2. So Josh, you're the underdog at the moment because you have fewer victory points than I do currently. So do you want to draw the twist and see what we're up against this battle round?
Absolutely. Let's see if we can't do something about that point difference. All right, so the twist is Ring of Fire.
Okay.
The underdog picks 1 objective on the battlefield, and that objective is no longer controlled by either player. That's not all, though. If there are any units on that objective, there's a chance of them burning alive at the end of each turn. So, Si, the objective I'm going to select is that one over there with your Rat Ogres on it.
Oh, not cool.
If there's a chance of something getting burned alive, I think a Rat Ogre is a pretty good shout.
Yeah, fur's quite flammable as well.
So it's time for us to replenish our hands of battle tactics. We both drew until we had 3 cards in hand. Okay, it's the hero phase, and I'm going to kick things off with my Lord Veritant, who's going to use Cleansing Fires on this unit of Clan Rats.
Oh, no, what did I tell you about fur being flammable, man? Not cool, not cool.
And on a 3+, Cleansing Fire will come down and purge the Skaven. All right, my prayers have been answered, so it looks like those Skaven are in for a world of pain.
They are, aren't they?
So there's 10 clan rats in that unit. That means I get to roll 10 dice. And on any 5 ups, we're going to inflict a point of mortal damage onto those Skaven. Let's see how many we can get. Okay, so it's 4 of them. Very nice. My Lord Vigilant used Plan the Attack on the central objective. Time for the movement phase, and my Lord Vigilant rides up to the central objective. Alright, so now it's time for something special. It's my once per game regiment ability, Strike Where Needed. I'm going to use this on my Liberators, and they're going to be able to retreat out of combat without taking any mortal damage. They're still going to be able to charge later this turn too, so I'm able to keep things nice and flexible.
That is Skaven grade sneakiness. I approve.
My Lord Veritant moves up to the central objective to support my Lord Vigilant in a truly heroic fashion. So before I end my movement phase, Si, I'm going to call for reinforcements. Remember those prosecutors that you smashed to pieces a moment ago?
Yeah.
Well, I've got some nearly identical prosecutors that are going to come on this battlefield edge. My reinforcements turn out to be a little greener than I would have liked. With their 3 Stormcall Javelins, they only kill 1 clan rat from the top left unit. Over to some charges. My Liberators and Prosecutors charge on my home objective. They're going to retake it for Sigmar. My Lord Vigilant and my Lord Veritant charge onto the central objective. They're going to take that, also for Sigmar. So my Lord Vigilant has ridden up to the central objective and plans to take it from the foul Skaven.
Well, I'm going to try and prevent you slaughtering that unit in the middle. I'm going to use the fight to the last command there because I don't fancy the chances, but if I can try and just keep even one alive, then that'll be great.
Well, that would be good because you could then regenerate the unit.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
All right, 5 attacks with the Hallowed Great Axe, and I hit on 2s because I planned the attack.
Oh, you did indeed.
Oh, it's 4 attacks.
Hits. Not okay. Oh, he's got an extra hit because of it as well. Nice.
Yeah. We are wounding on 3s. It's looking like a full 4 wounds.
Wow. So they're damaged 2 apiece, aren't they?
They are, and they are rend of 2.
Rend of 2, so I won't get saved, so I'm going to rely on my 5-up ward that I've just given them. I don't think it's going to help them enough, though. And it's saved 3, actually.
Nice.
So still 5 dead there. That's absolutely graphic damage.
Such devastation from the Hallowed Great Axe was followed up by the Gryphstalker, who didn't do any damage. The clan rats then attack my prosecutors, their feeble, rusty knives unable to gain purchase in my mighty Sigmarite plate. Right, so my Lord Veritant is going to try and wipe out the remainder of that Skaven unit. With her Judgment Blade, she's got 3 attacks. She hits 3 times.
Could have done without that.
With 3 to wound, let's see how much damage she can try and get through. It's 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
So these have a rend of 1.
Rend of 1, so I'm down to my 6+ saves again. Come on, lads. Oh, no.
That's 2 failed saves. That'll be 2d3 damage.
Oh,
it's 5 damage.
That's enough for the unit.
You have chances to save with your fight to the last.
Come on, lads.
Oh,
no! 4 dead. That's exactly enough to kill them. Oh.
The combined might of the Prosecutors and the Liberators kill all the clan rats on that objective. So it's the end of the turn, and that means the Ring of Fire kicks in. Let's see if we can't immolate a rat ogre.
They're going. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, no, yeah.
It's 2 mortal damage.
1 is very much dead, and another point of damage allocated to them.
And it's on to the scoring. Again, I score the full 3 victory points for controlling at least 2 objectives and more than Simon. But this turn, I score all of my battle tactics, surging me into the lead.
In the hero phase, my Greyseer once again failed to enact the will of the Horned Rat on the Rat Ogres, but they're simple creatures, bless them. They don't really understand what's going on, to be fair. My Greyseer is going to try and cast Wither on your Lord Veritant. Need a 6+ on 2 dice. There it is, beautiful. So that is D3 mortal damage. Eat this.
Okay.
The Gryphcrow's Sense Unholy Sorcery does offer a 5-up ward save for them, but unfortunately Josh failed both of them.
Si moves his Rat Ogres and his Skaven Clawlord up to the centre of the board to threaten that middle objective. Because I've slain both units of Clan Rats, Si's only able to use Call for Reinforcements once each turn. Bringing on just 1 unit of Clan Rats, I've managed to slow the tide just a little bit.
Going to kick off the shooting phase with my Warlock Engineer once again, and he's going to empower his Warplock Musket with more warp energy. So as long as I don't roll a 1, anything but a 1, he said it, always good. Otherwise he'd have taken D3 mortal damage, but instead he's going to fire 3 damage shots instead of D3.
Oh dear. So he must get 3s to hit, right?
Yeah, he must get 3 weeks. Oh, see what he did there, musket. Yeah, nice. So 2 shots hitting on 3s, then going to shoot your Lord Veritant because she's immolated my rats, and I don't
That's
like her
true,
very much.
yeah.
How dare she? Oh, we're both on target.
Hits
Beautiful.
twice.
Wounded on 3+ as well.
Oh,
it's good.
it wounds twice.
This is Rend 2.
Yeah, so we're going to need some very lucky rolls of 5+. Let's
Yeah.
see what we get. We passed them both! Look at that!
Oh, wow. What
Deflecting
a
Warpstone bullets out of thin air. I lived.
My Clawlord took aim at the Lord Veritant with his rattling pistol. This could hurt. I rolled 6 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Oh, look at that roll!
That is crit auto wound, so that is 4 automatic wounds, I'm
Oh
afraid.
my goodness.
And does this one hit as well? Wound as well? Yes, it does. That's
does.
5 wounds.
That's a lot of bullets. Right, so we're going to need 4+ here to keep her alive. Let's see what we get. Oh, she lives!
She takes 2 damage, though.
She
Let's
does.
see if the Griffco can keep her alive.
Of course. Having suffered 4 points of damage, my Lord Veritant has just 2 health remaining.
My Rat Ogres once again targeted the prosecutors with a Warpfire gun, immolating one of them. Nice. In the charge phase, my Clawlord leapt into combat with the Lord Vigilant, whilst the Lord Veritant was assailed by my Rat Ogres. Despite their most violent efforts, my Rat Ogres only managed to inflict 2 points of damage on Josh's Lord Veritant. However, his poor luck with their ward rolls continued, and he failed both, meaning that she was killed. Oh, unlucky.
Over to the other combat, and the Lord Vigilant seeks to strike down the Clawlord.
It's a clash of generals.
It
Gotta love
certainly is. He's got 5 attacks with his Hallowed Great Axe. Let's see if we can't lop off some Skaven heads. Okay, so we have 4 hits,
That's not cool.
wounding on 3s. And we get 2
Ooh,
wounds.
2 wounds through. So you're Rend 2, aren't you, with the axe?
That's true.
So down to saves of 6. He's got 4 up normally. So that's 4 points of damage, but luckily for me, my Clawlord is wearing the Cloak of Stitched Victories, which earns him a 5+ ward. Let's see how many of
there's
those
a
I
chance
can,
of deflecting
I
it.
can deflect. And it's good. It's
Ooh.
2. I will take that. So he's down to 2 points of damage there.
But that's not all our attacks, Si. It's the Griffstalker's turn to try and maul the Clawlord. Hitting on 4s. Okay, we
Ooh,
only
just
hit
the one.
1s. So we'll be wounding on 3s this time.
Oh, it's
It
good.
is a wound, and the Rend is 1.
So I've got 5 up save against this one then. And it's
Oh,
good.
it's passed.
Oh, I got off that lightly, I think.
Yeah, the Clawlord lives to
Yeah.
fight, and it's going to be a nasty one.
Yeah, crucially, he is a cornered rat, so he's going to get a +3 attacks when he fights back. He's very upset indeed. So 8 attacks from his Warp-Forged Halberd, hitting on 3s. And he's dropped 5 hits.
Oh, he's a
that's
bit
rubbish.
nervous, isn't he?
He's obviously so angry that he's not remembering to hit properly. So here we go, winning on 4+. He's just got the 1.
Okay.
Is Rend 1.
So that puts us onto a 4+ save.
Oh,
which
no.
we do not pass. Though my general carries the Hallowed Scrolls of the Stormcast Eternals, which gives him a
Okay.
5+ ward.
Right, so that'll be 2 of those because Warp-Forged Halberd's damage 2.
Ooh, okay, gotcha. 2 5-ups coming up. Okay, so that drops him to 7 health.
Time for my Gnaw Beast Chisel Fangs to start chewing through your armour. Here we go. 4 attacks, hitting on a 4+. Oh, that's rubbish as well. Wounding on a 3+ though. And there it is. Rend, just the 1.
Okay, so we're looking for another 4+. Let's see if we can't make it this time.
Oh,
we
no!
don't again.
The God King has abandoned you yet again. So it's D3 damage from this one.
Oh, it's the full
It's
3.
a big bite.
Right, so we're really going to need to be reading these Hallowed Scrolls. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see what's going on here. 5+.
Oh,
Okay, so
2
we
damage.
get 1, but that's dropping me to 5 health remaining.
Nice. So at the end of that turn, I have 3 objectives under my control, which is, of course, once again, more than Josh. So that means I get the full 3 victory points for controlling objectives. For my battle tactics, I've got War of Attrition and the Dracothian Death. So that's another 2 victory points there for a total of 5 victory points at the end of my second turn.
End of the battle round, the score is 11-10 to the Skaven. This was a strong turn for the Stormcast Eternals. We scored big, and we were able to eliminate both units of clan rats, impacting Sai's ability to call for reinforcements. But Sai scored big as well, so it's all on to battle round 3.
Just before the next battle round kicks off, I wanted to take a moment to let you know where you can find more battle reports just like this one. If you're enjoying this tabletop action, you can find over 100 episodes of Battle Report right now on Warhammer Plus. But that's not all. You'll get access to exclusive Warhammer animations and shows, explore the background of our universes with Lore Masters, and get the lowdown on how to paint exceptional miniatures with Citadel Color Masterclass. You'll also get access to fantastic apps to really enhance your gaming experience, the chance to enter competitions to win some great prizes, and access to exclusive miniatures too. So don't delay, subscribe to Warhammer Plus today. There's a link down in the description below, and let's get on with the game.
Okay, it's the third battle round, and I've won the priority roll again. I'm going to need it though. Sai's really keeping the points up.
So on to the twist for the battle round, Josh. You're still the underdog, so you draw the cards.
Of course, let's see what we can get. This time, it's time to let the blood flow. Each player scores 1 extra victory point at the end of their turn for each enemy unit destroyed that turn.
Wow.
And the underdog, that's me, I pick 1 friendly unit to become frenzied, and they get +1 to their hit rolls for combat attacks made this battle round.
That's big.
Yeah, I feel like I'm really going to need this turn. Let's go. Alright, so I'm going to choose the Prosecutors to become frenzied this round, because while they might not get into combat right now, they might do later on, and I'd like to keep them nice and defensible. Battle tactics in hand, it's time to do this. So it's my hero phase, and it's time for a once per battle ability. I'm putting the Shield of Azir on my Liberators to make them nice and tough. Then my Lord Vigilant is using Plan the Attack on the central objective. This plan hasn't let me down yet. The Prosecutors swoop to the bottom left objective, and the Liberators move up to reinforce the center. It's the shooting phase, and my Prosecutors, with their Stormcall javelins, manage to land 2 wounds on the Rat Ogres. Will it pierce their foul hides? Oh, so it's going to be 5 damage.
Get all kinds of pain is what you get.
Yeah,
so
that's
one
mega.
is dead, and my last remaining Rat Ogre is down to 2 health.
It's the charge phase, and my Liberators are going to try to finish off that wounded Rat Ogre. The Skaven aren't the only ones with tricks, though. My Lord Vigilant uses Deliver Judgment, allowing my Liberators to fight twice this phase. It's general on general action, as my Lord Vigilant seeks to claim the head of the Skaven Clawlord. Alright, so it's back to the conflict between the Lord Vigilant and the Clawlord. We've planned the attack, so this Hallowed Great Axe is hitting on 2s, and he's going for Skaven Blood. Oh, it's a great roll. That's 5 hits. Looking for 3s to wound the Clawlord. Oh, it's 5 wounds as well.
He is banging trouble, isn't he? Wow.
He's very, very in trouble.
So it's Ren's 2, isn't it?
It is Ren 2.
Down to saves of 6. No pressure.
Oh, there's 1 save there.
I will take that at least.
But that Cloak of Stitched Victories is going to have to do some heavy lifting, I think.
Yeah, it's a 2 damage apiece, isn't it?
Yeah, they are.
So 8 wards to make. Here we go.
5 ups.
And do you know what?
He's made 4 of them.
He's made 4. He is down to his last point of health.
He lives. All right, 1 point of health to go. It's time for the Gryphstalker. Can we take away that last point of health? Oh, it's only 1 hit.
Oh, this is too close.
It is. This could be tense. Right, it is 3s to wound. It's a wound. And it's a rend of 1 as well.
5 up saved. Come on, Horned Rat, you've got this.
Yes! Passed it! 1 health. 1 more damage was all I needed. He's still alive. Again.
So I was thinking about going with my Rat Ogre, but I don't want one of your Liberators to clobber him around the head and finish him off. So my Clawlord's going next, and of course, somehow still alive. He's a cornered rat. He's taking damage. Gives him +3 extra attacks. He's on 8. Oh, here we go. Hit on 3s. Here we go.
Oh, that's a lot of attacks.
7 hits. That's outrageous. Although he needs them because he's only wounded on a 4+. And that is good.
It's
that is
4 wounds.
Have some of that. These are Rend 1, so you're down to 4+ saves.
Okay. Can the Sigmarite plate hold out? Let's see if we can save it. Oh, we've passed 2 of them.
Okay, right. So that's 2 damage apiece. So that's 4 of your ward saves for your Hallowed Scrolls.
It is. All right. Can the Hallowed Scrolls protect us?
No.
Ooh, not as it turns out.
That puts you down to 1 point of health. And
can't
I've still got my
believe it.
Claw Beast to go. Oh, this is a turnaround. Go on. So the Norbeast got 4 attacks, hitting on 4s with his massive teeth.
That's 2 hits.
2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Come on, I need both of these just to be safe.
Oh, it's
just
1.
It's 4 up save.
Right.
Pretty much, do you live or die? This could be it.
Do I live or die? Let's see it. On a 4+.
50-50, come on.
Oh, he's made it.
Curses.
Ha! My Lord Vigilant has survived the attack, nobly, with 1 health remaining. It's fine when we do it. All right, desperate to join into that Clawlord combat, these Liberators are first going to have to deal with that Rat Ogre. There's 4 attacks coming from their hammers, and they hit on 2s. Oh, that was necessary because they hit 4 times, but only just.
You planned that attack very, very well indeed.
They are wounding on 3s, so let's see if we can't wound that Rat Ogre. We wound 4 times.
4 times.
Desperate to save their Lord Vigilant.
So it's rend 1, isn't it? So I need 3 6s here to keep it alive. Come on.
No. The Liberators managed to slay the last Rat Ogre, but can they kill the Clawlord? All right, with the hammers, 4 attacks, 6s do crit mortals. Let's see what we get.
No 6s. I will take that.
It's 3 hits. We're looking for 3s to wound.
Oh, it's just the 2. So, I've got saves of 4+.
Yep.
You'll rend 1, so I'm down to 5.
That's true. Let's see what you got.
No, got them both. But
Yes.
my cloak, here it is.
It's
gonna
saved
give me
you
a
before. Will it
final
save you
ward.
again?
I need both of them. He's on one point health.
No!
Oh, he's fallen at the
With
very
one
last.
mighty lightning-empowered hammer blow, boom! The Clawlord is slain.
I guess my Clawlord's cloak of stitched victories is going to have to get stitched back together again.
Right, it's the end of my turn 3, and this turn has been absolutely massive. The Stormcast have slain the Clawlord. We control at least 2 objectives, and more than you. I score Hold Ground and War of Attrition.
Oh, nice work. And of course, I've got the twist to go as well. Let the blood flow. You have killed 2 of my units, so that nets you another couple of victory points.
It's a big turn.
That's a 7 victory point turn, man. That is incredible. Nicely done. In the hero phase, my Gracier successfully manifested the will of the Horned Rat because he did it on himself, so no wonder it worked. However, he failed to cast Wither on Josh's Lord Vigilant, who was only on 1 health left. That would have killed him dead. Infuriating. In the movement phase, my Grey Seer and unit of Clan Rats moved towards the central objective. That fight was still ongoing. We've got to try and get a win there, surely. Now, on my left flank, I brought on a 2nd unit of Clan Rats from Call for Reinforcements to try and take on those prosecutors and sweep them off that objective. And finally, my Warlock Engineer shuffled a little bit to maintain control of that home objective of mine. So my Warlock Engineer is going to try and finish off your Lord Vigilant. Here it is. 2 shots hit on 3s. Come on, lad. Yes.
Oh, and he's hit twice.
3s to wound you as well, and
Oh,
it's
he's
good.
wounded twice.
These are rend 2,
Yeah,
so you're
that's
down
gonna-
to 5 ups.
That's going to be a big save required from the Lord Vigilant. Come on. Does Sigmar protect? Ooh, he does a little bit.
A little bit. So this is D3 damage. Unfortunately, I had to move him, so I couldn't supercharge his gun. It is 2 damage
2.
nonetheless, so you need 5 up
We need
wards.
2 5-ups
You gotta
to
get
save his life.
both
We
of
didn't
these,
get them
yeah.
last time. Can we get them this time? Let's see how it goes.
Come on, you've got to go. You've got to do it.
Oh,
Yes!
he's been slain. A Warpstone bullet. So the Warlock Engineer has slain my Lord Vigilant. I guess it was enough warp energy this time.
In the charge phase, both units of Clan Rats swept into their respective targets. I held back with my Grey Seer because he was mostly my backup just in case that Lord Vigilant was somehow still alive. Unbelievably, my Clan Rats managed to inflict a whopping 4 wounds on the prosecutors. That meant Josh was 1 bad dice roll away from losing the whole unit.
Oh,
No.
and every single one.
Gave them hanging from their wings. In the combat in the centre, the Liberators managed to mulch 2 of my Clan Rats with their Warhammers. However, they didn't take any damage in return. Now, as far as Skaven mass is concerned, that's definitely a win on my part. The miraculously unscathed prosecutors now got to fight back into my Clan Rats. And of course, they're frenzied due to the twist, so this could chafe.
Over to the frenzied prosecutors now. They're going to be hitting on 2s, desperate for Skaven blood.
They'll have it, I'm sure.
All right.
Still
and
managed to
they
miss,
managed
though.
to hit. Yeah, they managed to miss once, but they hit 5 times, which is what we're going to think about.
Yeah, that's not great, is it, for me?
3s to wound. Oh, it's 4 wounds. These are rend of 1.
So, saves of 6. Come on, lads. No, just slaughtered. 4 dead. At the end of the turn, Seething Swarm saw more Clan Rats return to the fold. Now, my unit in the centre, of course, was now back up to full strength. So, told you that Skaven maths works. So, at the end of that turn, I'm looking at big points too,
It's another
I'm afraid.
big turn, yeah.
So, I've got, of course, the 3 objectives I need to have more than you and score me the total of 3 victory points there from objectives held. I've also got all 3 of my battle tactics.
No way.
The Ignax Deus over there, the Behemat Deus there, and attacking on 2 fronts. for holding the two narrow board edges there. And, of course, I killed your general.
You did?
Nets me another victory point from the twist, let the blood flow.
So it's another 7-point swing.
Wow, what a high-scoring game.
Yeah, all right. All to play for into the last battle round.
Indeed, let's do this, man. This is great.
It's battle round 4. I've won the priority roll, and I've got a feeling I'm going to need it.
So you're miraculously, Josh, still the underdog despite having had two massive turns in scoring. So you want to do the honours with the twist for the final battle round?
Of course, yeah. So the final twist is, it's Reclaim Akshi. So the underdog, that's me, I'm going to pick two objectives. Probably this one and this one. And each player scores an additional victory point if they control them at the end of the turn.
Ooh, wow, that's more points on offer for you. That's going to be interesting.
It's going to make that middle fight really bloody. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
On to battle tactics, and this time I'm discarding a card. I discard the Ignax Dais because my Liberators can't reach it even by retreating. I need a full hand of cards, and these are going to be crucial. My Prosecutors are going to have to do something risky, risking mortal damage to retreat to where I need them to be. I end up taking 3 mortal damage, and it's real bad, but my Prosecutor is going to maybe help me score a battle tactic later in the turn. It's over to the Liberators, and they really need to claim that central objective, so they're going to have to empower their hammers and bash some rats. All right, so it's 4 attacks with the hammers, 3s to hit.
Oh, it's good.
So we've gotten 3 hits, but 2 of them are crit mortals.
Yeah.
So that's going to take 2 rats out immediately.
2 skulls blasted to pieces already.
Okay, for the final one, we need a 3 to wound. Oh, we did not get it.
No.
It's time for the Grand Hammer, so this really needs to hit here.
This could be huge.
It could be. We need 3s to hit, 6s are special. Oh, it's only
no,
1.
It's dropped 1.
Okay, it's 3s to wound.
Oh,
It is a wound though, so this is rend of 1,
Surely
2 damage if it goes through.
Surely I'm not going to blag another 6 here. No, not quite.
Only just.
So 2 smashed to pieces.
Despite their best efforts, the Liberators can't force the Clan Rats off the objective, even taking a point of damage as the Clan Rats attack back. Unable to fully wipe out the tide of Clan Rats, the seething swarm enables them to return more models to the unit. With that, it's my final turn done, and I managed to pull ahead to 20 points. Is it going to be enough, though? Let's find out on Simon's turn.
So on to my last turn. I'm going to kick things off with a wither. So I did that. On your last remaining Prosecutor here. Let's see if I can cast it first of all. He's still forgotten how to do it.
It's not cast.
Rubbish. See if he can enact the will of the Horned Rat on this Skaven Clan Rat unit. Yes, they're going to get another 5 control.
It's very, very theirs.
Yes, I'm pretty confident of that one. In the movement phase, I tried to steal Josh's home objective at the last minute with my unit of Clan Rats, but I failed to run far enough. Now my Gracier moved over towards the Prosecutor, ready to wallop him with his staff. Time for more warp energy! Let's see if he can empower his gun on the 2+.
He can!
Damage 3 shots coming at your Liberators, I reckon. There we go. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Oh, just 1 hit. Wounding on a 3+. Oh, he's
it doesn't wound.
After all that, he was too greedy for his energy. He forgot to actually shoot
Can't
properly.
weave that bullet through all the Skaven, that's what it is.
Yeah, true. Having failed to deal with that wounded Prosecutor with magic, my Gracier charged him instead to deal with him with good old-fashioned blunt force trauma. With that in mind, on to the combat phase. Going to try and bundle your Liberators in the middle with my Clan Rats, who have still not worked out how to hit you.
It's the pointy end. It's the pointy end side.
Your shield's are broad, clearly. There we go. And need 5s and 6s to wound you.
Oh, it's
2 whole wounds after all that.
Right.
Barely worth the effort, was it?
Well, there is a Liberator with 1 health remaining, so this could spell the doom of one of them. Looking for 3s.
Oh, no!
He's done it! So a Liberator has been slain and damage put on another one.
Shivved at the last by a Clan Rat. How humiliating.
Right, so if my Prosecutor is going back to his ear, they're going back kicking and screaming. Kicking your screaming bell.
Yeah, I see.
We've got 3 attacks hitting on 3s. Oh, we hit twice. It's going to be 3s to wound. Let's leave this Gracier scarred.
Oh, done a good
It's
job
2
there.
wounds.
He's only got 6+ save, so he's taken 2 points of damage. Rubbish. Well, he's in return going to bash you around the head with his Warpstone Staff. 3 attacks hitting on 4s.
Oh,
That's got
hits
2
twice.
Nice. He's a 4+ to wound as well. It's not the best weapon. He's done it though.
He's done it once.
Rend 1.
Rend 1 puts us on a 4 up. Let's see what we can do.
Oh,
We've managed it.
It's worth a go. Worth a go. In the last fight of the phase, the Liberators managed to smash down 3 clan rats, but I care not about their lives. There's plenty more to take their place. In fact, 2 more arrived at the end of the turn due to seething swarms. To Josh's dismay, despite his best efforts, I was able to score big in my last turn. I scored 3 victory points for objectives, I managed to score 2 of my battle tactics, and I scored an additional 1 from the twist this turn as well. So that's a whopping 6 victory points. So that works out at 24 points to the Skaven and 20 to the Stormcast Eternals. What massive scores. What a game.
What a
really
game.
was awesome.
Put it
Cheers,
there.
man.
So what an awesome game filled with epic moments. The general duel in the middle, both being reduced to 1 health before being slain by outsiders.
Yeah, an ignominious end for both of them, neither able to claim the scalp of their enemies before intervention from their colleagues, no doubt. But what a close game, though. There were loads of objectives being flipped all the time, and the battle tactics were being scored left, right, and centre. 44 victory points in total between us. That's one of the highest scores I can think of, actually.
Yeah, there was a great display of Skaven trickery, and that you sent the Stormcast back to Azir were already being reforged on the way for round 2.
Axiom realm belongs to the Skaven.